Testing. 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 Ooh. Hello? Hello, my one viewer. How are you? Tonight we're doing some activism, asking people on the street why they're not vegan yet, and 3 quick questions.
Perfect. Thanks, brother. What's one thing? Notify you, just let me know that it's ready. If not, we're there every day, so the car plane's don't leave until the 26th. So I'll be headquarters every day. I'll check over there and see if it's ready. Right?
It's freezing out here, so probably gonna do about an hour. Ooh. There was a bunch of foot traffic, now it's all gone. Oh, newcomer, hello. Hi there. How's it going tonight? How many people we got in here? 11. Scaling up quick. So we're out here tonight with a little sign, just asking people why they're not vegan yet. 3 quick questions. Hoping to get some engagement. If you want to know what the questions are, let me know. Hi guys. How you doing, guys? You guys want to try? Challenge you a little bit.
No, thanks.
All right. Yes, I am, Theodore. I'm on the street with a sign, baiting people in for some hopefully intellectual dialogue. Whew. 3 quick questions. The questions are, do you know what the definition of veganism is? Number 2, do you respect animals? Number 3, can you be a person who respects our animal brother and sisters while simultaneously paying for them to go to slaughter? 3 questions. And hopefully that'll strike a dialogue with them. That's usually what it does. I come out here every week, once a week. Last week I actually did it 3 times and had plenty of conversations. Even got a Santa on camera. Oh, 100%. I better be, Theodore. Ooh. Vegan for the animals. That's why we're vegan. Go plant-based for health, plant-based for the environment. You're vegan for the animals. Right? Ooh. Honestly, don't know how long I'm going to last out here, guys. It's freaking cold. I'm at least going to stay an hour. It's been 5 minutes, but we'll see if we get conversations. I'm outside between a busy shopping market and a busy bar, so there'll be a lot of people. Strongly encourage anybody in the chat that's not vegan to go vegan. Best thing to do for the animals, bonus your health gets a bump, and you are officially a protector of Earth. Discourage people just saying. No, not necessarily. Not necessarily, Samantha. I don't know if you've seen any of my other videos, but the one way to get through to people, main way, is to engage them on an individual level. Hi, guys. We're not really getting anywhere in the digital space. We got to keep people. We got to get at people, talk to them one-to-one, get them to challenge their belief systems. Like any of us vegan in here know, it took a sea-changing event to really catalyze our change. I was not vegan for 30 years. And then I was exposed to an activist myself, forced me to think a little bit, and I ended up going vegan. How you doing? What's going on, buddy? What's up, LS?
Get on him.
What's going on, buddy? How are you? What's going on, buddy? You want to try?
Okay.
Could challenge you a little bit. All right. How many people have you talked to? Nothing tonight. Hey, what's up, boss? Man, what's up, LS? LS. Wait, LS. Okay, I'm gonna go with LS from here on out. I can never see the last one's an SL. Aha. I'm doing good, guys. I'm in a busy shopping center. Hopefully talking to some people tonight. I think this might be my one night this week I can do it. I actually did it 3 days last week, which was awesome, and engaged quite a lot of people because we had a Christmas market near where I live, and there were tons of people at the Christmas market. So I had everything from vegans buying me strudel. Hi guys, how's it going, everybody? You guys can try if you want. All right. No bites tonight yet, though. Ooh. Hopefully we'll get some. But I talked to an awful lot of people last week. So. Even Santa Claus. Santa was not a fan of the vegan agenda, which, by the way, is simply the golden rule. Octavian says, where are you? You know what time it is? Yeah, it's a little dark. I'm in Maryland, and I am outside of a busy shopping center right now, so we'll see what happens. All right, Hunter Walker says, see, this guy is fishing. He just said no bites tonight. All he's trying to do is roll up people's emotions for no reason. This is typical man-child behavior. We'll get career in politics. Ooh, that's a hard one to take, Hunter. It's a hard one to take. I don't know, I think I should just pack my shit up and go home now. That was pretty finite, articulate. I mean, I have a job, but it's nothing I'm proud of. I don't think there's really a reason to be proud of having a job in this savage capitalistic system. Just don't happen to be worrying tonight or working tonight. Hi, guys. How are you? You guys want to try? All right. What's up, buddy? How are you? But we have to get out there and talk to people like you, Hunter, and need to come eye to eye with people like you and appeal to your nobler motives, your kind of intellect, hopefully. It takes a potent interception of thought to make someone think about changing their behavior. And for 30 years, I did not change my behavior. I didn't even know. Most people don't know because we are hurt from birth, sabotaged of our compassionate birth, taught that we have to eat meat, cheese, milk, and eggs. And we definitely don't. We don't have to impart our dominion and our might over those that are weaker than us. We don't have to. Theodore says he's trying to talk to people about veganism. Exactly. I mean, I wouldn't say, define support as far as lab-grown meat. It's not healthy. It still has cholesterol, saturated fat, heterocyclic amines, TMAO catalyst growth factors, IGF-1, hormones, cortisol. All this stuff is in that nice little package that we call meat. It makes people grow faster, develops cancers faster, it makes people die quicker. It's a leading cause of heart disease. Yet, we're all educated and told that we have to eat it. It's healthy for us. What's wrong with eggs from my backyard? Dude is just shaming people out here. Because if you're using eggs from your backyard, you're still exploiting an animal. Not shaming people. I did the same thing for 30 years. I was an avid meat eater. But there's a lot more people like me that are coming out now, and we're on the streets, and we're engaging people and disrupting this societal flow that lets everyone get away with harming somebody else because it's accepted. And it comes down to one word, and that word is money. If you guys want, like and subscribe to my channel. I'll be doing these videos once a week. I did it 3 times last week, 3 lives, engaged a whole bunch of people, had some good interactions. And you can see my videos, like the ones that I curate, on my channel. Maybe you should move to a socialist communist country and try your agenda. Or, how about this? Or we can try to be agents of change. That's another option. Capitalism is absolutely terrible. It exploits people, it exploits animals, and it's just an immoral, unethical framing of a system. So why not try to change it? But that's not what I'm doing tonight. We're out here boycotting meat, cheese, milk, and eggs and telling people to boycott meat, cheese, milk, and eggs. And it's crazy that it's come to this, that we have to do this shit. Mainstream media is owned by Big Ag. Big Ag owns mainstream media. You will not see commercials for veganism. You will never see ads. You will never see TV shows. You will never see a movie based around veganism because they want it quiet. They want it silent. They do not want those profits disrupted, and they do not want people to know better. And that includes you non-vegans in the chat. Justin says your opinion doesn't matter. Do you have people leave people alone? Yeah, leave the animals alone, my friend. Hi there, how are you? That's what I would say to that. Leave the animals alone. That's not an opinion when someone's being hurt. What's wrong with milking cows, Tony says. Well, cows are, it's not just that they're being milked. You're contributing to a system of violence, rape, and torture when you go to the checkout and you simply scan a milk over the, little beeper. What's going on, guys? How are you? How are you? What's going on, buddy? So in order for a cow to get pregnant, a farmer has to stick their hand right in their anus, hold down their cervix, pump ejaculated bull semen into their vagina, and force them to be pregnant. There's a term for that. I won't say it because I just did, but you know what he's doing to that poor cow. And then, basically she gets pregnant, delivers the baby, and the baby's taken away on day 1, separated from her mother, off to veal. Or off to, if it's a female, off to get raped herself her entire life of torture and then fucking killed right at the end. dairy cows go to the beef industry for slaughter when they're spent. So it's not just the milking of the cow. There's a much bigger mechanism behind the curtain here. What do you call forcibly impregnating someone without consent? Exactly, LS. Exactly. Imagine thinking mammals aren't sentient. Do we have plant activists in here yet? I'm waiting for the plant activists to show up. Hi there. How are you? What's going on? Okay, we got a lot of people. Maybe they're going to come over here. What's going on, guys? What's going on, everybody? See, that's how cold it is out here tonight. It's fucking freezing. It might hinder some people from stopping, but maybe not. Too bad you'd rather waste your time. Even try something, start spreading the gospel instead of this nonsense. Spreading the gospel is one of the reasons we're in this problem. I hate to say it, but one of the biggest condoner of violence and rape is religion. With all of these texts and archaic tomes that say it's okay to eat meat and you should sacrifice animals, blah, blah, blah. Religion is part of the problem, my friend, part of the problem. Religion is inherently not a nice thing when we talk about actions. What's up, buddy? We're going to say hi to everybody out here, try to bait them in. Maybe I'll start switching up my bait. Just start asking people if they respect animals. Kind of like that too. Oh yeah, Christspiracy is great if you're curious about the whole religion thing and how it ties. I think I'm a part of the You clearly know absolutely nothing about Christianity. I'm praying for you. Okay, thank you, Lauren. I actually was a Christian for a long time. And thanks for the prayers, but I am not political. I am atheist. And, you kind of have to be like that to actually see things with eyes unclouded. What's going on, buddy? How are you?
How are you?
Good. You want to try?
What? I'm all right.
Could challenge you a little bit. So religion's not the best thing in the world. I mean, I respect people that you can have your beliefs. Just don't hurt anybody. Don't use it as an excuse to kill animals. Christspiracy is a great one, actually. All right. What's going on, guys? How are you? You guys want to try?
She's already been.
All right, I could challenge you a little bit. Okay. Yep. So you stole Christmas from everybody. Who's stealing Christmas? Abortion. I'm not gonna lie, this mod is locked in. Yes, LS, thank you. Get those trolls out of there. I'm not religious, I just promote Christspiracy. Same here, I promote Christspiracy 100%. If you guys want, if you're interested in more of these, where hopefully I'll be talking to people more instead of the chat, like and subscribe, please. I'm gonna blow this channel up with all efforts and try to spread the golden rule philosophy. That's what veganism is, the golden rule. And there's more and more of people like me that are coming out doing the same thing, and there will be more and more of people like us coming out and doing this. Holding you guys accountable who are still paying for this disgusting shit. And I have to fully disclose that I did partake for 30 years, so I'm not judging anybody. I did the same fucking thing. But the anger is not towards you guys. The anger, it's really towards the people that have brainwashed you in the industry and the like. And it's just sad that, we're taught this, our parents are taught this, and we exact unmerciful harm on our animal brothers and sisters. Or merciless. Merciless, that's a better word, right? I think that's the effective word. Sid says, so no one will get a Christmas ham. That's the goal. Bro making zero gains in the gym. Oh, okay. I would disagree with you on that one. I do go to the gym. and I'm a distance runner. But hey, you know, if you said it, I guess I'm a little weakling. I've never met a fat vegan. You're evil. Do you support abortion? This is not what we're talking about. This has nothing to do with what we're talking about. You can be against abortion and be vegan. Being vegan is a non-action. You can have all your beliefs and be vegan. That's the bare minimum you can do, is just be vegan. Reach for the plant-based version instead of the meat version. Bare minimum you can do. Wow, there's an awful lot of you guys in here. Hopefully I can pick up some combos here. I'm gonna start baiting them in. Start getting people to think a bit. I got cards tonight to hand out. So why does the carnivore diet have such profound health benefits? If you tell, because we have to eat that way since humanity began. Jay, don't listen to those people telling you that shit. Carnivore diet is for one thing, it's just kind of surfaced in the last few years. There's really no long-term studies on the carnivore diet. I mean, you're literally inundating your body with cholesterol and saturated fat. I'm not going to drill out all the shit that's in meat, but if you heard me earlier on in the chat, you know what is the whole cocktail of just baddies that are in meat. There's nothing in there that's inherently healthy. I'm sorry. Just eat the plants instead of getting your protein filtered through an animal. Just eat the plants directly, guys. It's very cringy, the carnivore diet. I don't know if anyone saw the Jubilee episode from last week, carnivores versus vegans. Just listening to the carnivores speak was just cringe. I can't explain it with any other word but cringe. Carnivore diet is equivalent to flat earth. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. There's so many fucking people in here. Okay, guys. Now's the time to subscribe if you want to. I'll be doing these videos once a week. Trying to get some people in to answer or talk about why they're not vegan yet. And I'm going to ask them 3 quick questions. The trick is getting them over or kind of baiting them in. So we'll see what happens. Ooh. Also, full disclosure, there's a cop here as well that's kind of close to me right now, and I think this is private property. So we'll see if I can get away with staying here for a bit. But there is a cop roving around. I might have to shut it down if he comes up to me. All right, what do we got here? Meat made me so much healthier. Was vegan for a while. Track my macros. Meat is health. I think it's more so your confirmation bias and some kind of placebo effect that you fostered to create that feeling of healthiness that you're experiencing. I mean, you're putting cholesterol, plaque-promoting cholesterol, copious amounts of saturated fat, even in the leanest piece of meat. Hormones, growth factors, IGF-1. What's up, buddy? Cortisol. And IGF-1 is a cancer precursor, by the way. It's called insulin growth factor 1. It's correlated to many, many cancers. And yes, that is in meat. It's also in cow's milk. There's so much health data out in published like studies on PubMed, just lamenting how the vegan diet, a whole food plant-based, not processed food, a whole food plant-based it eclipses all other diets in terms of the healthiest diet. I mean, you gotta think. Why is it a coincidence that it's the healthiest diet? It's also the best for the environment, and it's the best for the animals. It makes you think. I think that's how nature. That's what nature intended, not for us to do this disgusting shit to helpless little animals. For our yum-yums, guys. For our yum-yums. Like, you literally need nothing from an animal in your diet. Nothing. We're doing it all for taste pleasure. The ADA, who's the dietetic American Dietetic Association, they lamented a few years ago that vegan diets are appropriate for pregnancy all the way to end of life, elderhood. This is the body that registers dietitians and nutritionists, like the ones that you go to that have private offices. This is that body that lamented this statement. The health argument is off the table. So now we all have to look in the mirror and say, then why in the hell am I doing this to them? Because it's not for nutrition. What's going on, buddy? How are you? Yeah. What's up, buddy? How's it going? Yeah, the ADA is the American Dietetics Association. What's going on, buddy? All right. All right, what do we got in the comments here? Bro doesn't know how many organisms died for his tofu. Okay, we need to shut that down right off the bat. When you pay for animal, for meat or cheese or milk or eggs, you're paying for an animal to be exploited. When you're paying for tofu, you're not paying for an animal to be exploited. There is collateral damage, there is peripheral damage, there are rodents and mice, etc., that die. But we're not paying for that. We're not in a vegan world yet where farmers are stewarding their crops. 98% of the population is not vegan. So there's your answer. You can't appeal to perfection and then say, oh, they do this, so. What's going on, guys? In they go. Hi there. So yeah, of course. Do you use any sort of vehicle? Oh, here we go. Once again, you're doing the appeal to nirvana, Simon. So here's your logic with the appeal to nirvana. Oh, I'm using a car, so I might as well pay for the exploitation of poor, helpless animals 3 times a day. That's the exact thing you're lamenting. Nobody has come over tonight so far, guys. Vegan is such a first world idea, like you're so rich. No, the poorest countries in the world, some of the poorest, have majority vegan food. The China study chronicled the difference between Okinawa and affluent Japan. I'm sorry, Okinawa and, yeah, affluent Japan in the China study. And they also went over China, but they saw that Okinawa had mainly rice and plants, barleys and stuff like that, and that's the majority of what they were eating. Affluent Japan was eating meat and cheese and milk and eggs, you name it, everything with cholesterol. And guess who was healthier? What's going on, guys? How are you? All right. The Okinawans were healthier. Great book. It's written by T. Colin Campbell. It's called The China Study. Highly recommend it. No, plants do not feel. They are not sentient. They do not have a central nervous system or a brain. To be sentient, you have to have both of those things. You got back from hunting, Steve? That's so manly, bruh. Oh, you're so macho, going out there and killing a youngling or whatever you killed that's completely at your mercy. What a badass. Oh. He's gay, this guy? No, I'm not gay. Animal farming wrecks the planet, absolutely financially. Frog wrecks the planet. Oh, man. Let's all give Steve a big golf clap for his hunting he did today. The gladiators only first for you. Oh, that's right. What's going on, guys? How are you? You guys want to try?
Yeah.
I could challenge you a little bit.
What's that?
I could challenge you a little bit.
Yeah. I highly doubt you'd win.
If you got the guts, come back. If
Since
not,
I just cranked down a fucking rare, as rare as they would go steak.
so you took the life of a little one for your taste buds. That's awesome, bro.
Took the life of a cow, yeah.
Yeah, little one, a youngling. Yep.
No.
Yeah.
Full grown cow.
No, do you know how long they live to?
If a cow was to live in the wild, which is the only place they still live in the wild is in Europe.
Yeah.
And so they live on approximately, if they live in Europe, in the wild, which is only a few ones
Yeah.
left that actually do it, they live about 20 to 25 years.
You nailed it. Yeah, absolutely. But the thing is,
And so the ones that we eat here,
Yeah.
they serve their purpose. They're milk cows, and they turn into beef cows.
I know. I was just educating my chat on that, actually.
Yeah,
Yep,
and
I know.
guess what?
But that's not a good
the milk
thing, is it?
industry is a phenomenal industry that
terrible.
produces. Oh no, the fucking milk industry
Do
is.
you know what happens
Bo-
for a cow to get pregnant? Do you even know what happens? A farmer has to stick its hand in their anus.
the same thing with
Put the-
horses and.
So how's that awesome? How's that awesome? That's violence.
Put them in their anus,
It
idiot. They
does.
put it-
No, they put it right in the
you're a
anus. They
moron.
hold
If
down
you-
the cervix. They
No,
put the
okay,
bull
no.
semen into the vagina. That's exactly what they do.
Okay, so they don't go through the anus.
They have to go through the anus.
No, they don't. you
Yes.
Moron. But
Yes, they do. And you're
It doesn't
supporting that. But you
matter.
like that? You think that's good?
It doesn't
You're
matter.
being a bad example. That's a terrible
that's
example.
phenomenal.
No, it's not. It's not. It's rape. It's violence. Are you
Oh my
serious?
God.
You must be kidding me right now. I'm just out here educating people tonight. That's all.
Well, you're an
I-
idiot.
okay,
dude.
well-
And by the way, as a meat eater,
Yeah.
I will outlive you.
No, you won't.
Oh yes,
No,
I
you
will.
won't.
It's a proven fact.
I don't know who you're listening to, if it's Joe Rogan or what, but it's terrible information, bud.
Everybody
anyway.
on this planet knows that people that eat meat.
98% of people are not vegan. You're right. Most people agree with you. Most people agree with you. But we've been told that since birth by people that don't give a crap about us.
You understand that your vegan lifestyle, which is
Here you go.
phenomenal.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, good
Yeah.
for you. Is built off of chemicals.
We
So-
don't
so
care
hold
about
on.
that.
It
We don't
built
care
off
about
chemicals.
fruits and vegetables,
That's all you eat is fruits and vegetables.
and by chickpeas.
And I'm looking at you
Coffee,
drinking a fucking
coffee.
Starbucks that is all chemicals.
This is not Starbucks.
Whatever.
But the
It
thing
doesn't
is,
matter, it's all
the thing
chemicals.
is, you can be a good example for people in the world, your friends and family, if you're vegan, because you're teaching people to be protectors and
You
not
are an
bullies.
idiot, dude.
I mean, you can laugh it off all you want, but you're being the piece of shit, not me. See ya.
Oh my God, you're a moron.
Did you guys see that? All right.
Sorry, I had to yell at you.
Did I get him on camera? So he's got a little one with him, and he's basically saying, "You're an idiot. I'm going to outlive you. You're eating chemicals." What's going on, buddy? How are you? What's going on, big guy? Damn, he's even showing veganism down the throat of a guy with a kid. Absolutely. Absolutely. And children are the ones we want to talk to because we want a peaceful world. We don't want people to be taught to shore up systems of violence with their dollar. Hi, guys. How are you? You guys want to try? I can challenge you a little bit. I know. I got a timer on me right now, too. Trust me. Saying it's too cold. And, I'll proportion back a little language. Someone calls me an idiot, I'll call them a name. So I feel I'm sorry I had to call him a name, but we got to proportion our energies out here nowadays. You got to posture with strength when you're doing activism. That's the one thing. Hey, man, there's so many people in here. If you guys want, like and subscribe. I'll be doing these once a week, having more conversations like that one. Hopefully more intellectual, more patient conversations. I love meat. Okay. And Atcho says, go home. There's so many trolls in here. How many people stop to talk? Not much tonight, but I get people, at least a few people per live. Even if they don't stop to talk, we're still out here putting the word tangibly and feasibly into the air. So that's what we want to do. We want to make sure people are uncomfortable, and they stop and think about it at a certain point and ponder the systems they're supporting. It's not just food. People are supporting systems with their dollar. Veganism's not about food. It's about not exploiting animals. That's what it's about. Removing your dollar from the equation. Why should I be vegan? The best part about being vegan is you sink your, the number one best part about being vegan is you, for one, you save the animals, you protect the animals, you make sure no more animals have to go to slaughter because of your taste buds. But number two, and this one's more hedonistic, you sync your values with your actions. So, because most people are walking around vegan at heart, but their actions say otherwise. They're not synced. It's kind of disrupted. Hi there, how are you? All right. It's like 2 years. You got to go back, humble. Go back. Maybe there's resources out there. If you go to challenge22.com, they'll show you what you need in your diet. It's not hard. Whew. Man, that guy was going off on me, huh? Holy shit. But going back, yes, we want to outreach to kids. It's not indoctrination. It's literally teaching them about the golden rule. And the parents don't even fucking know about it. So we want kids. I love it when I have kids to stop and teenagers because their minds are so much more open. And we can try to intercept this fucking disgusting industry of animal agriculture. Ooh, yes. Any police or store managers mess with you? We'll see. There's a cop that's like down yonder. I don't know if he's gonna stop by, but he's roving around, and I think I am on private property. I mean, who cares? It's not like I'm in front of a bank. It's not like anyone's using it right now. What's your comment, Elijah? I didn't see it. Pasta. Being a vegan is not as ethical as you make it out to be. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Vegans are just more ethical people. I hate to be the bearer of truth. Don't answer questions. Okay, I guess we got to go with Elia's lamentation here. We're all wrong. When you take yourself out of the equation from contributing to animal exploitation, you are inherently more ethical. I don't know what you think of slitting someone's throat. What's going on, guys? I don't know. I mean, in my book, slitting somebody's throat's wrong. I mean, but maybe you have a different moral metric. And that's the end of that conversation.
It's unreal. Keep is the best. Put it in your pocket.
And most of us are vegan at heart. Like, when you're a child, you don't want to see animals die. You know? When you're a child, you love animals. But then we learn to lose that respect as time goes on because we're taught to separate farm animals from domestic animals. They're here for us to just kill. Dixon, so cringe, who cares? Well, there's 200 of you in here. Look at my PFP and get mad. You just want reason to be better than others. Not at all. I'm out here because I'm angry. And most vegans, a lot of vegans are angry. Nothing's changing. People are shoring up systems of violence 3 times a day. There are other activists like me that we come out multiple times a week to intercept people at the individual level. That's what we have to do. We have to intercept people at the individual level, and educate them and appeal to their hearts. That's it. Hi there, how are you? You want to try? Could challenge you a little bit. All right. Trust me. There's other stuff I could be doing right now. but I'll be out here once a week. Many of my other fellow vegans will be out here multiple times per week, and we're just going to keep going until people start feeling funny about the behavior, until things tilt and there's a paradigm shift. We're just going to keep going. I will be out here every single week standing up for the helpless animals because they don't have a fucking voice. The lack of meat is me. Okay. Yes, I am married. I'm married. I have a kid. My kid is vegan, everybody. Kid's been vegan since birth, healthier than any other kid I know. Has never had a drop of meat or cheese or milk or eggs. What's up, buddy? You want to try? Can challenge you a little bit. Ooh. People giving me the head shake and the face, the mean mug tonight. But you don't see people like this. You never see this or on TV or anything like that because the meat industry and mainstream wants to keep the vegan message suppressed and silent. They don't want anything out there disrupting their profits. Nothing. So we have to disrupt things with things like this. Now we have social media. We can leverage social media. We might not have mainstream, but we have social media. And there's a lot of us out there in the vegan activist space, and there's more of us coming, guys. So please consider going vegan. Listen to your heart. Be an example for your family, for the world. Steward the planet. Take care. I mean, it's great for your health too. It's a bonus, but it's do small animals not matter? Well, Brund. The difference between me and you, if you are indeed not vegan, is you're paying for animal exploitation. The vegans are not. We are not paying for that. We are all aware of the little small animal argument and the rodents, and we know we're not perfect. Animals are killed because of me, but not because I pay for it, because it peripherally happens. And we do not live in a vegan world yet. Once we tilt more into a vegan world in our consciousness and our intellect scales, farmers will actually care about their crops, and they'll care about not killing as many rodents as they do. But right now it's all about money. It's a savage fucking world. So there's your answer, big guy. Blame corporation for crushing small business. Then, bro. I'm eating meat no matter what. Well, also, no, I'm not religious, dude. Also, like, it's your legacy. It's like what you're going to leave as your mark on earth. And it's kind of cool knowing that you have synced your values with your actions. How you doing? What's going on? What's going on, guys? What's going on, everybody? Kind of cool. I mean, do you want your legacy to be that of imparting all kinds of pain and suffering on helpless sentient animals? Or do you want your legacy to be one of compassion, strength, intellect, stewardship, and on a higher plane? Because that's kind of the hedonistic part of being vegan. The best part is the animals. The animals get to be protected. You get to stand up for them. People are drunk out here, guys. I don't think the animal cares. Oh, well, I mean, how do you know? If you're in their position, when they're looking up at the slaughterman, and the slaughterman is getting ready to take their life, I think you'd feel different. These people are so drunk. What's up, Neon Wolf? Bro, you just said that you're okay with killing animals to eat vegetables, but I'm not paying for it, Brad. I'm not paying for it. You're not getting it. I'm trying to bifurcate things for you. I'm not paying for it. We have to eat. We have to survive. You know, that's justified. Just like people in geographic regions of the world that have to hunt, that's justified. I don't want to say it's moral, but it's closer to moral. It sure is not fucking good for the animal, that's for sure. But you can't appeal to perfection, because that's what you guys do with this whole crop thing. You appeal to perfection. It's an all or nothing kind of play. It's like, oh, you're not doing it all the way. If I have to drive a car that has rubber tires, that must mean that I'm okay with. That must mean that I might as well just contribute to the 80 to 90 billion land animals that are killed for our yum yums, our taste pleasures, every fucking year. So don't appeal to perfection. It just makes you look like an idiot. How do you feel about eggs? We are not fans of eggs. Vegans are not fans of eggs. I would hunt to survive. I mean, I wouldn't want to, Mark, but if I had to survive, I don't know. I mean, I'd probably. It's tough to say, but I would probably, yes, to survive, I would probably have to kill. But nobody has to do that nowadays. Everybody in the chat, you guys all have phones. I mean, you have fucking iPhone. You don't need meat to survive. None of us do. None of the people out here that I'm talking to tonight need meat to survive. So that is absolutely not justified. Just for yum yums, do you believe in Jesus Christ? I believe Jesus Christ was a person that walked the earth. I do not worship him. That's for damn sure. Eggs are not great because when you're eating eggs, in buying eggs, you support systems that grind up male chicks in a blender by the hundreds every day. So you're supporting a system that's inherently violent. It may seem harmless, but you're also taking something from somebody and using it for your own benefit. Okay. Somebody says hypocrite, but chicken is delicious. Animals don't have souls. You don't know that. You don't know if we have a soul. Where would the farm animals go? What would you do with them? Mark, it's not that perspective. You need to invoke this perspective. We would not be breeding them into existence in the first place. So there would be a scaling down of the total volume of animals that are. Sorry, I can hardly concentrate with these fucking drunk people over here. That are in the world at any given time. Vegan world won't happen overnight, but it'll slowly happen. And then the animals will stop being bred into existence for our taste pleasure. Once people start putting two and two together, and good people will change. Good people will change. Well, they're not going to go extinct. Some of them may. I mean, wouldn't that be a better existence than being here and being raped and tortured your whole life? I mean, if they do get extinct, that's great. Because their lives are fucking horrible. I have a vegan neighbor who just kicked their roommate out for having a leather wallet. No, you don't. That's ridiculous. Got a rowdy group over there. Anyway, delete. Is that fair trade coffee? I knew someone would get me. You know what? I don't even know. I'll be candid with you. I got it from a coffee shop down there. I know that I'm not paying for any animal exploitation. Yeah, it's not Starbucks, so I guess that's a plus. It's kind of a mom and pop coffee joint. What's going on, guys? You guys want to try? Could challenge you a bit. Why is it okay for animals to eat other animals, but humans? Oh my God, I can't. James, what's your take on people forcing their pets to be vegan? My take on that is I think that's great. That's my take on that. Dogs can be vegan, and we're finding out slowly but surely that cats can be as well. And once lab-grown meat hits for animals, it's going to be a beautiful thing. What's going on, buddy? Because we'll be able to make lab-grown meat for cats. Animal abuse. Give me a break. How do you get 100 grams of good protein without meat? Okay, there's finally an intelligent question. I probably have around 100 more than that a day. I eat beans, chickpeas, lentils, tofu, tempeh, some fruits and veggies. I should be eating more. Black beans and rice. You can get 100 grams of protein easy. You can do a plant-based shake too. What's going on, guys? Hi, guys. What's going on, buddy?
I've got words for you, Victoria.
Holy shit, I think they're fucking drunk. They almost ran into my camera. Favorite source of protein? Beans. I get beans by the batch from the store. I do a lot of cooking with beans, and I like pasta too. But if you guys can remember, go to challenge22.com. Next time I'm going to have something in post, so you can look it up if you want. Challenge22.com. It's a hub with resource information, vegan nutrition information, and it'll point you in all the right directions. They hook you up with a free nutritionist if you want, and they'll kind of guide you in transitioning into the vegan diet. That's a great one. If it wasn't so cold, I would hold up a card that has a QR code that has the best speech you'll ever hear. This is a speech by a guy named Gary Yourofsky. He did it about, 15 years ago. And this is a speech that made me vegan. The first time I watched it, I was really upset, and I called him names. I made fun of him to my friends. And then I watched the speech again, and I just dropped everything I was doing, and the truth just kind of hit me, and realized he was right. The speech is called The Best Speech You'll Ever Hear by a guy named Gary Yourofsky. Check it out. Also, watch a movie called Dominion I think it's on YouTube, Dominion, where they show all the behind-the-scenes things for the 99% of meat and cheese and milk and eggs, the factory farm slaughter. Even cows that are on grass-fed farms, they go to a slaughterhouse. Just so you know. Yeah. Oh, hi there. How are you? You want to try? Oh, you want to try?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm just on a really big high.
Heard. I know. I saw. Oh, okay. Is eating meat okay if the animal had a good life and it was done ethically? I'm just curious. No, it's not. If somebody gives me a massage and belly rubs, gives me a great life, and then decides to take a knife out and cut my fucking throat open, I'm sorry, that's not ethical, because that's what's happening to the animals in the grass fed. Ooh.
Are you on TikTok?
I'm on YouTube Live. Hi. You guys are partying tonight. Yeah, it's just YouTube Live. There's a fair amount of people watching. Okay, all right. But I'm out here interviewing people. I don't know if you guys want to be a part of this,
I want to be interviewed
I don't want to be
because I've gone vegan for a week.
Oh, for 1 week? Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
Well, I asked people 3 questions. The first is, do you know what veganism
Yeah.
is? What is it?
I can't have any animal products, and I have all plant-based products.
Yeah, so it's not a diet. It's not about food.
Yeah.
It's not about food.
It's a lifestyle.
It's about supply and demand, and
Yep.
it's about rejecting animal exploitation.
Right.
So my second question is, do you respect animals? It's a
I
tough
do.
question, right? And of course, you know where the third question's going. It's, can you do that while paying for them to die?
So the
Basically.
thing is that I try to do it. Okay, I did it for more than a week. I did it for
Yeah.
3 weeks.
Okay.
The only reason.
Oh.
Come on. She's not allowed to do this.
I'm just trying
Yeah,
to
I know,
have
it's fine.
intellectual conversations. That's all. We're out here doing outreach. We're just speaking up for the animals.
But seriously.
I only went vegan because I wanted to be healthier.
Yeah.
But I stopped because I really like my coffee creamer.
Yeah, and there's so many nowadays. Trust me, I ate meat, cheese, milk, and eggs for 30 years. I was a big creamer person too. I was a big cheese person. But it comes down to is my coffee creamer or whatever I eat more important than literally a being's life? Because we're exploiting animals in the dairy industry as well. But hey, you want a card? Because they're cheering you on.
Yeah,
Here,
I gotta go.
Take a card. Take a card.
It's okay. Want to see what you do?
Okay. Well, thanks for stopping by, guys.
You're welcome.
All right, guys, how you doing down there? More lentils and tofu, exactly.
It must be like coming up. It's like we're right here. Oh yeah, it's coming around. Oh, it's right there.
A lot of people don't want to talk about it. It's a tough subject. Tough subject, but
The one
it's
behind.
got to. We're gonna keep coming out. My YouTube, it's my name. It's James Durkin, and then the channel name is the Golden Rule Philosophy. So you can look me up. I mean, I can still give you a card if you want a card that has my information and because you're on camera, you know. You want it here? Take this. And there's resources to help you go vegan. Motherfucker, sorry. My hands are so numb. Can you just take one? Oh, that's awesome. But think about it, because as long as you're not vegan, animals will just keep going to die just on your behalf. I know it's hard to hear. I know it's hard to hear. But you guys have a good night. Man, my hands are so cold, guys. What's going on, buddy?
What's up, man?
You want to try?
Not vegan yet?
Not vegan yet.
No, I'm not vegan.
Okay.
Is this on TikTok?
It's on YouTube Live.
Oh, YouTube
Yeah. Got another one. Do you know what veganism is? Do you know the definition? You don't? So it's not a diet, it's not food. It's about supply and demand. It's about voting kind of with your dollar, right? And it's about removing yourself from a system of violence that exploits animals for our taste buds. That's the first question. The second one is, do you respect animals? Are you a person that respects animals? Yeah, I'm a cat guy. I'm a cat guy myself. I have a cat. I have 2 cats. The third one is, can you respect animals while still paying for them to go to slaughter, just for taste pleasure, not for survival, just for taste pleasure? Because right now, in 2024, we know we don't need anything from an animal for nutrition. Nothing. I've been vegan 11 years. My family's all vegan.
But the lean mass meat. Like the,
Say again?
You know, like the meat and like, you know, lean meat.
Yeah.
Lean mass. Like, for like gym goers, like that's the
You know,
most essential protein.
Yeah, that's what they say. This is what all the experts will tell you. There's a lot of propagated information up there that's propagated by money, by industry, by interests. And the best science that we have says this protein, you know, when you get protein from an animal, it's not optimal because you're also getting all the collateral damage: cholesterol, heterocyclic amines, TMAO catalysts, IGF-1, hormones, growth factors. You're eating all that. Yeah, you're getting protein, but it's kind of like drinking mud for the water. You know what I mean? Like there's the collateral damage effect, and we're taught that we need that to get big. And I was benching near 300 pounds as a vegan. I've been vegan for like 11 years. And the challenge is tonight, just asking people why they're not. So what's your biggest, what would you say your biggest reason would be why you're not vegan?
Why I'm not vegan would
Yeah.
probably be because most of my favorite foods have always been from meat, like
Yeah.
chicken, cow, like
Yep.
all that, like cheese
Trust me, me
steak,
too. Yeah.
pepperoni on pizza.
You're
Even.
used to them, right? And
Yeah.
they're part of how you grew up. And
Yeah.
they're attached to you to some degree. I have my favorites too. And by the way, I'm not trying to catch you out because I was not vegan for 30 years. I'm 42 now. And you can find these things like the meat, the cheese, the milk, the eggs, the vegan version of vegan pepperoni. You can find all these things made from plants. I'm not saying that they're definitively healthy, but I'm saying you can find them and you can take the victim out of the equation. Because the animals are the big reason why we go vegan. We actually sync our values with our actions. Because you have a cat, right?
Yeah.
And you love that cat.
Yeah.
If I was to come out here, or you know, if you saw that cat getting beat up, you inherently would protect that cat, right? So you have a heart of a protector, a heart of compassion, and most of us do. But when we go and we pay for these systems of violence, we are basically being hypocrites because we're not keeping our values and our actions synced. We're separating them. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Um,
What is keeping, like, you know how like cows, like, there's a lot of cows.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
And then, like, the older they get, like, there's not gonna be like much of a point for them. Like, might as well just make them food, like, you know.
I mean, that's one argument, but I would argue that the cow, there's an intrinsic value that they have that we can't say, like, oh, might as well just make them food, because the cow is sentient. Do you know what sentient is, or have you heard of it? So sentience, it's an emerging property of a brain and a nervous system. So plants don't have that, but animals do. And they can have a subjective experience of their life. They can have families, they can have little ones, they can have, experiences, they can feel love, and they have intrinsic value of their own life. So yeah, we can speculate and say, oh yeah, I might as well do this. It might make logical sense, but it's taking away their whole life for something that we decided was best for them. And they play, they're cuddly, cows. The little ones are like the cutest things in the world. If you've ever seen a little cow, they're like little cats. They're little helpless little young beings. So that would be the biggest reason. Would be the taste, really, for you. Okay. Do you think if you found versions that were just as good, and if you found out they were more nutritious, would you consider eating those versions instead?
If it tastes the same and if not better,
Yeah.
and if it has if it doesn't have fake stuff to make it taste like
Yeah.
that, because
Yeah.
I
You don't need that
true
fake stuff.
natural
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you one thing. A lot.
from
Yeah.
back in the day, we didn't have all these processed things all
Mhm.
this just straight from the Stone Ages. We've always been eating these
Yeah.
foods.
There's context there.
Before
Exactly.
there was even these messed up there is messed up programs keeping cows and then hurting them and then killing
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. There's a movie,
Instead
and let me give you a card now before I forget, and before my hands are frozen, because it's a little cold out here. But take this card. There's a movie. Can you take one? Because my hands are so cold. There's a movie called Earthlings where they show everything behind the scenes, what happens to animals when you pay for them to go to slaughter. Earthlings really does a good job of articulating what exactly you're paying for. And going back to the natural thing, the animals nowadays, nothing's natural is happening. We're breeding them into existence, 80 to 90 billion a year, and this is not natural. We are playing God just to create these animals, these biological machines. Pretty much, we're considering them, and herding culture has been around for 10,000 years. After cavemen came basically herding culture, and everyone's taught to separate the domestic animals from the farm animals. They're nothing. They're food. They're jack shit. Kill them, slit their throats, eat them. And we're all taught that. My parents were taught that. Their parents were taught that. My parents still not vegan. When you're ready to hear the message, you're ready to hear the message. Basically, you take yourself out of the equation of all this violence, and you're a person that can say, I'm not dealing with this. This is not part of my legacy. This is not what I want to be remembered for doing and behaving like as a human to my family, to my friends, to my kids. And it's a really strong stance ethically. And you're so young, it would be amazing for you to take that leap right now. It's not even hard, man. It's not even hard. You can recalibrate your taste buds and find plants that are seasoned, sauce, and textured. It doesn't have to be Beyond Meat or Impossible. You could find tempeh or tofu that you can season, sauce, deep fry, saute, grill, all this stuff. And and just be an example of strength, to the world.
I would be down to do that in the future because the only reason not is at a college.
Yeah.
The cafeteria is just
Yeah.
the same foods and
Yep.
the only different options are the meat, different the chicken, barbecue chicken.
I'm familiar. Yeah.
But there's not.
You know why that
much
is?
vegan
Exactly. I'll tell you why. It's because 90% of the world is not vegan. 90% of the world is not vegan. So of course they're going to have all that in there. In one way that you could, you're a human. You have just as much right to something you believe in doing as anybody else, and you can say, "Hey, I want vegan options here," and you can fucking demand it, and you can make sure they put that in there because that's what we're trying to get as activists, like myself and my colleagues, to go out and just talk to people. We're trying to get people to put more vegan options, to have options for people that want to purchase ethically and want to just do that. So I would make a hard request to your school. Don't let that be something that takes you away from being vegan, because the animals. Every second you're not vegan, you're just putting more into slaughterhouses. It's a hard thing to hear.
Fairlife protein shakes.
I'm familiar with the brand. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on those?
Okay. So I'm going to tell you how the dairy industry works, and you guys in the chat, I'm going to tell you too. So we have YouTube Live going on right now.
Are they saying anything?
Probably. There's more non-vegans in there than vegans. But basically, the dairy industry, do you know how it works?
The dairy industry?
how a cow produces milk. Like, do you know how that happens? Sure. But first, a farmer has to stick his hand right into the anus of the cow and then hold down the cervix, eject bull semen into the cow, get her pregnant. And that's all against her will. She doesn't want that. Well, I mean, it's called rape, basically. And that will keep happening to this cow throughout their whole life. They'll have the kid, but as soon as they have the kid, that little baby is taken right away from the mom.
Does it turn into a bull cow?
Well, if it's a male, it goes to veal. This is the dairy industry. If it's male, it goes to veal, and they'll just kill it, within no time. If it's a female, she gets to live the same life as her mother, just gets raped her whole life, and then as soon as she's spent and she can't produce milk, she goes to the same slaughterhouse as the beef cows go to. So a lot of vegetarians don't know this, and that's why we don't like vegetarian. We want vegan. We want people to just take themselves out of the violence and stop this system. It's all driven by money. It's all driven by money. And that money wants you to keep doing what you're doing. So I want you to think about being vegan, man. You can do it. You're so young. You can make other people vegan. I'm not asking you to come out here on the street and talk to people. Just take yourself out of that fucking equation. Look up some of the resources on my card. There's a speech on there that changed me vegan 11 years ago.
The Netflix one?
The one on the very back. You see the back? No, like turn it around. Scan that on your phone if you can, and you'll see Gary Yourofsky's best speech ever. I watched this speech the first time, and I was like, fuck this guy and his fucking righteousness and his better than thou, holier than thou attitude. Fuck him. And I went to my friends and I said, I hate this guy. I made fun of him, but I watched it again. The second time I watched it, I said, this is fucking truth.
You met the guy?
I never met him. No, this is fucking truth. But if you watch it, I think it'll have an impact on you. But I'll let you go. Just keep this in mind. For every day you're not vegan, there are just more animals going to the slaughterhouse for you, just for you. You have to think about that. So what was your name, man?
Gary.
You're Gary? I'm Jimmy. Nice to
Yeah.
meet you. Thanks for having the guts to stop by and actually talk.
problem. Yeah.
So have a great day. Go vegan, man.
Always time to have a good comment.
That's right. That's right.
Always take it out.
I don't know. All right. So I'm going to get ready to take off here pretty soon, guys. It's getting cold as hell. I think I had about 3 conversations. Yeah, I think he understood. I think he'll at least think about it. He seemed kind of young and aloof. Thanks, LS. Thanks for all the support to everybody in here. My hands are about to fucking fall off. Do some jumping jacks. But I'll be out here next week. Might not be in this location. I'm going to mix up my locations a little bit. Appreciate all the support. If you guys want, like and subscribe. Once again, LS, thank you so much for moderating. I really appreciate it. There was some activity in here earlier. Holy moly. Thanks, Runs with Raptors. I appreciate it. And my pleasure, Felix. Giggly, thank you. I'll catch you guys in the next time I catch you, or maybe see you in one of our vegan YouTubers chats, right? All right, everybody. Bye, everybody.